Hi, and welcome back to Residents of Proserpina Park. I am Angela Yee, the creator and voice of Alina, and today I am here with G3, the voice of Sam.
Hi, how's it going?
So it's been a while. I mean, we recorded some things for Patreon, but for our audience, it has been a while since we've heard both of our voices together. What did you think of season 1?
It's true, it's been a while. I thought it was really interesting how it came about. I mean, I only read my parts of the script to keep me a little surprised, and when I ended up listening to it all, I thought, wow, this is amazingly put together. I had no idea some of those twists were coming.
We'll talk a bit more about the twist later, but with your background, you were more you know more about cryptids than mythology, right? Or are you a bit of both?
A bit of both.
Do you have a favorite creature?
Favorite creature? You know, growing up, I've always loved the vampire myths. I think vampires are interesting. They've got this allure to them. But as for cryptids, I think my favorite cryptid would have to be Mothman, just because of the memes.
Yes. Yeah. I think there's a bunch of new memes out right now with Mothman, but I just love how he's such a beloved creature for no reason.
I just love Lamp.
Yeah. He's like this single cell brain creature just flying around, has abs and whatnot, but America's beloved pastime.
Look, I mean, I sympathize with the single brain cell creature. It just sympathize. That's me.
Oh, is this your first podcast, actually?
Yes, definitely, absolutely.
And so we had a lot of comments about your acting, all good things. And do you remember what you told me about how you got into your role, your character?
Oh, yeah. So I play Dungeons and Dragons in a bunch of role-playing games a lot of times. Mm-hmm. So I just get a description of what my character would be, and I kind of just blend in with it. You gave me a really good description of what Sam is kind of like. You know, equal parts Terry McGinnis and a little bit of a mysterious aura to him. I ended up watching a little bit more of Batman Beyond.
Nice.
Doing, like a little rewatch to try and get the idea of what you're looking for, and then I was like, okay, this is definitely something I can do.
Yeah. And what kind of characters do you typically play in D&D?
I played all characters. I mean, we can go into all. How many do I have right now? So, like, I'm in like 5 or 6 active campaigns at the moment.
Oh my god!
And I mean, we can go over all the different ones if you want. But the one that I really loved playing, his name was Flash, and Flash was a fighter who can shoot his crossbow like multiple times during a turn. Mm-hmm. And he was actually he based on superheroes, specifically Batman, because he had a hat of disguise, which he was able to go in between his alter egos, which was really fun. But I also have another favorite character recently. It's a wild mage sorceress who recently got turned into being a fun, like a 13-year-old, and it's just really fun to play like a teenage girl again.
Yes, it's always great to be a teenage girl.
It's true. I can definitely see the allure of it.
Do you have any interests in doing other voice acting stuff?
Maybe. I mean, it's definitely a possibility.
I know I kind of tossed you a mic and was like, hey, record this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I came in because I thought this was such a fun project. But, you know, if anyone asked for me to help them and collab on a project, I'd be more than happy to. It's just give me a heads up and I'll try and work around my schedule.
Yeah. Do you have any hopes for Sam or any other character in this podcast?
I just really like seeing how your writing goes. I mean, the story itself is really interesting. For the podcast, it's like nice, short, brisk episodes that you can definitely listen to and relax to. I just want to keep seeing it going. For Sam, I mean, look, the boy is a real mess, so I just want to see him be happy, I guess, but like, I mean, if he gets emotionally tortured more with this whole friend betraying him stuff, that's fine with me. Just want to see him happy for once.
Oh yeah. Oh no, don't worry. I swear this will have a happy ending. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Or not. I mean, that's fine too. Happy endings are overrated sometimes.
No, I love happy endings. We must have them. I won't let my character suffer for too long. Just a little bit.
They just have to, be in the oven for about, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes. Just get golden brown and then take them out.
They're not ready yet. It's funny, when I was writing Sam's meltdown at the end of season 1, the entire time I was thinking of Howl's Moving Castle, the movie of what was it? I think Howl's hair color changed, and he got into such a tantrum that he started summoning shadows and ghosts, and I was like, that's exactly what I picture Sam doing right now.
Well, I mean, if Sam could summon ghosts and all of that, I mean, just think about it. Could he be human?
He would definitely have done that.
Would he be human then?
Oh, no. But that's why there were no ghosts.
Right?
Well, nope. I'm shutting up. I'm not
there we
saying
go.
anything.
I gave you guys a little bit of a secret there.
Yes. I love that Sam, is a quiet book reader, loves his dog, but deep inside he is a drama queen.
I don't know if it was revealed yet, but has anyone figured out Sam's quirk?
No. Not yet.
Oh, there you go. Well, definitely something to look for there. I mean, you guys will look into it a little bit more. You might find a little bit something about Sam.
Yes. It's funny because I left a big hint in one of the episodes, and when I was writing it, I was like, oh my god, this is so obvious. People are gonna know. Oh, this is such bad writing. And then no one got it. So I was like, okay, never mind then. Just keep going. No one will catch it unless they re-listen. It's cool. Yes.
Absolutely, and everyone should re-listen. Take every single little hint, because Angela has spread a bunch of mysteries throughout this. You can definitely tell there's definitely things that she's hiding and getting ready to pounce on you in this next season, maybe season 3 too.
Yes, the mystery will always continue until the very end, of course, because that's
Absolutely.
how that works.
I do love Hua's music. I think Hua has done such a great job at adding the music, and just such great music onto the show. Yeah. It's actually one of my favorite parts.
Yes, I'm so
I want
glad.
to give a shout out to Hua.
Yes. I'm so glad we have him with us.
Absolutely.
Although that is the reason why season 2 hasn't been out yet. Just waiting on the music. Just kidding. Hua's first job is being a doctor, so that will always take priority, and I'm always thankful for him to be working on this. Oh, talking about characters and stuff like that, we actually got a lot of comments and reviews about what or who Sam is. A couple of things people have said was, well, actually, no, interesting enough, everyone was like, Sam is a mythical creature, has to be a mythical creature. And then I think halfway through season 1, everyone swapped and was like, nope, demigod. He's a demigod. Definitely demigod. But do you have any guesses as to what or who Sam is?
Yeah. When we first started out, I was like, okay, Sam, maybe you're going off the Samael thing, and he's like supposed to be like a fallen angel type character. But, the more and more I read into it, maybe he's just, a guy. Just a guy who's gotten into all of this mess on his own. I mean, all like heroes and legends start off as just regular people. There's no way that he could just be a regular person.
That's true. Yes. I can't say anything.
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm just in the dark as much as the people listening. So I don't know, and I will find out soon.
Yes. Well,
maybe not?
Yes, we'll see soon. I haven't started season 3 yet. We'll see. Oh, someone also said maybe since your voice was so good that you could have been a siren.
A siren? Oh, I'm not that pretty.
I mean, no, sirens don't have to be pretty. They just have to be, their voices have to be alluring enough to draw you into the water.
Well, I definitely can probably do that, I think. Maybe.
I'm kind of jumping around here, but we ran into this problem last week with pronunciations, but I think that was probably the hardest part with this podcast. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. I remember season 1 when we had to several days to try and figure out pronunciations of certain things. And then we go back and forth and we're like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just do 3 takes, each one with different pronunciations, and we'll just see which one is the accurate one.
Yes.
I mean, fantastic. I think that your dedication to getting it right is spot on and amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, funny enough, I think with the black tortoise, the Chinese words, I feel like you pronounced them better than me in that episode.
Oh man. I mean, that's like a real compliment. But I'm sure that you pronounce them just as well.
I'm trying to think, what was the hardest one?
Oh God, I'm trying to think. There was one that it took, I think, 10 or 11 takes of us to try and get because I just kept mispronouncing it.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna look real quick.
I feel like it was the Korean, the bulge.
Yeah, I think the Korean was probably the hardest
because we kept pronouncing it, and we couldn't figure out if it was bulge or bulke, and when I was pronouncing it on and off, I would just accidentally switch into the other one. We have to retake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, the one name that I had the hardest time with was actually Sarah's last name because my dyslexia, I just kept saying Menendez instead of Mendez. Or is it Mendez and not Menendez?
It is.
See, I'm even confused now.
It is Menendez.
There we go.
Yes.
So it was Menendez and I kept saying Mendez.
Yes. The plot twist of the story. Yeah, I think Sarah also had a hard one. Oh yeah, she had to do the Polynesian words.
Oh, I do not envy her. I will be honest. I really do not envy her. Season 2,
mm-hmm.
from what I've seen of season 2, it's a lot of hard words for people. So I'm more than happy I'm not the one who has to pronounce most of them.
I'm pretty sure your character is the favorite in season 1, and I kind of feel bad because you're not in season 2. But I figured, since you're not in you are in season 2, but Sam isn't in season 2. If you want to play a little pronunciation game.
Oh God, sure, definitely.
That way, it'll be a fun spoiler for the fans, but also a fun game for you to try and see if maybe you're. Well, I'm not giving you any hints, so.
Oh man! Oh boy! Is this list that I see right now?
Yes, it's that list.
Oh man. Okay, I think I have some of these, but oh boy, this is a tough list. Okay, do you want me to just start now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Well, the first one I'm pretty sure is the easiest one. Lamasu.
Oh wait, did you listen to our takes?
No.
Oh wow! Do you know ancient Sumerian?
I mean, I might be, ancient Sumerian myself, but no, I think just through my knowledge of mythical creatures, some of them I recognize.
Nice. Oh, okay. Dang, we should have hit you up when we were recording. Could have skipped the research.
Okay. Next one. This one's tough because I'm pretty sure I know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but Jiangxi.
Pretty close.
Okay. Are you going to tell me exactly how it's pronounced afterwards?
I can tell you. I might cut it out so our fans don't know. Yeah, so that way
okay.
gives them a
All
little
right,
bit more of a hint.
Definitely.
If you can probably tell it's the Chinese characters, so pretty close.
Okay. I mean, I'll take pretty close because these other ones I don't know. Okay. So the English speaker in me would obviously say it's Itavarus, but Itvarus?
Those are probably.
I'll go with Itvarus.
Okay. Probably a very good guess. That's what I would go with as well. It is Lithuanian. So
Lithuanian.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting creature that I found.
I really like how you have taken all of these things that most people haven't even heard of.
That's the goal of the podcast. But I realize that makes more work for me in my end.
Definitely. It's fantastic.
It's a good challenge.
People are learning about things that I didn't even know about, and I think I'm pretty good at some of these. All right, I see some accent at the end of it. Like I said, the English speaker in me wants to call it Shisui.
Oh, okay. I like how you saw the accents and knew to change it up. But this is also another Chinese one. So, the tonal language.
Chinese ones keep tripping me up.
So this one is so hard to pronounce that I, in the podcast, just called them by the English translation name.
Really?
Because there's no way. I mean, these creatures exist all over Asia, but I figured since they probably originated from China, I would stick with the Chinese name. But then I was like, no, that's a little too hard to pronounce. I have to think of each word separately and then kind of like stick them together because of how similar the words are. But it's...
Wow. I mean, I definitely would not have gotten that.
And this is a creature that is going to show up a lot, and I didn't want people to suffer with that. So I was like...
Oh, if this is a creature that shows up a lot, you definitely need to know its name right.
English translation is totally acceptable.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Ahuizotl.
That's a good guess.
Totally wrong.
I'm pretty sure
totally
that's completely wrong.
Horribly wrong.
Can you tell by the words what kind of, or where this mythological creature is from?
I feel like this is probably South American.
Pretty close. I believe it's either Mayan or Aztec.
Okay. This one I've been looking at since we started because I was like, okay, she's definitely going to leave the hardest one last. It's also the most funny sounding, I have to say. So I really hope it's not some divine creature that I'm about to say and get struck down. Simurgh.
Very good guess.
Simurgh.
It's funny. I don't want to say it's a divine creature, but it is up there.
Oh no, well, if I get struck in the street tomorrow, I'll sure know who did it.
Yes, this one is from Persian mythology. And that is all I will say about that. But I think you did a pretty good job guessing.
I think I got one right. So that's pretty good for me, at least.
And then, of course, there'll be more creatures that we'll be discussing along season 2. Speaking of, I did also want to obligatory state that it is podcast awards season. If you haven't had a chance, please nominate us on the Discover Pods Awards for, all the things, audio drama, best podcast, best new podcast, whatever you want to say. That, or leave a comment, rate us on Apple Podcasts, on Podchaser, Good Pods, all the good things. Let us know more, because I love to read comments, and I also love to discuss them with our voice actors.
Absolutely. Angela, I've known Angela for a lot of years, and this is honestly one of the most passionate projects that I've seen her work on. I've seen her, work on cosplay. I've seen her work on all of these different things, and this is one of the passion projects I've seen her go all out for, so she really deserves an award.
Oh, thank you so much. Fingers crossed, maybe we can record in person or have a cast party or something.
Oh my god, record in person? Oh god.
Well, you're actually not too far from me. Oh no, come on. It'll be fun. It'll be...
Yeah, I mean, I'm just across the river in 2 trains, I think.
I think so, yeah. It'll be harder for our other voice actors who are in Ohio and other places. But yes, I'm very happy that my friends are invested in this along with me and want to work on stuff with me as well.
Yep. I mean, it's a fun project.
I'm going to drag you all to make more podcasts.
Oh my god, that would be very fun, but also so dangerous.
Never ending.
Never ending. 100 years, Angela and podcast. 100 years, Angela podcast.
Going back to comments, one person on Patreon suggested maybe we should do a ASMR section on our Patreon. So last bonus episode, Sarah talked about her favorite creature, which is El Hombre de Saco, which is the sack man. And while he is a very interesting creature, I don't think he would fit in the park just because I don't know how we would save children from getting eaten. But I think that way it's a good bonus content for you to whisper to us, and I will add a little sound effects and maybe make it into a fun little bonus thing.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds fun. definitely an interesting... I'm reading it now. Definitely an interesting creature. It sounds like Santa on meth, honestly. So let's see.
Yeah, I mean, Krampus is considered part of this archetype. So, yeah, you know.
Maybe a good Christmas special. Santa versus Sackman.
Oh my gosh. So, I've never done actually ASMR before.
I honestly have no idea what it is. I hear it all the time.
Oh.
All I know is that someone speaks into a microphone and says words, and that's pretty much it.
Yes. I mean, that's also what podcasting is, so I think we're
True.
I think we're knowledgeable enough.
I should probably do this first just to get it all right. So I'm going to do this first non-ASMR to get it done with, so I know exactly what I'm trying to say. The Sackman, a.k.a. El Hombre. El Hombre? Hombre?
I don't think you pronounced the H.
El Hombre.
El Hombre.
El Hombre de Saco. Del Saco? Oh, God, I'm really terrible at pronunciations. This is why you are the most integral part of the show, honestly.
Did you not take any foreign languages in high school?
I took French, and French is honestly one of the worst of the... I mean, I will tell you, I had such fun in French, but it's the worst of all the romantic languages to learn because it has very different... It's very different from Spanish or Italian when it comes to the romantic languages. It's a little bit harder and a little bit more diverse. I love French.
How good is your French?
I can speak conversationally, but not like amazing. I'm sure if I go like to Quebec, they would look at me and say, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Sorry, I don't know if I can curse.
It's fine. I can edit that.
And if I go to France, I'm sure they'd be like, "Oh, look at this American who thinks he can speak French." But I mean, I can conversationally speak enough to know where I need to go, where I am, and especially where the bathroom is.
Yes. Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm going to make a note to myself to look up more French creatures then, now that we have a French speaker here.
Oh boy, that's definitely going to be a hard one, but yeah, absolutely. I'm sure there's a bunch of Gaul myths or, things there.
Oh yeah, Europe has a bunch.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm big buff on Europe history. I love European mythology. Eastern European mythology, of course, is some of the best horror. Mm-hmm. But, Western European mythology has a lot of different things going for it as well. But anyway, let's see. The Sackman, a.k.a. El Hombre del Saco. There are many stories told about the Sackman, from Spain to Haiti to India to South Africa. Though the name may vary, his story is always the same. Children who are naughty will die. El Hombre del Saco, the man with the sack. He's an ugly old man who will steal misbehaving children away to eat them. His story spread thanks to a true crime in Gandor, Spain, where an innocent boy was carried off in a sack and murdered due to the belief that the blood of a child could cure tuberculosis. From there, gave birth to the name of the boogeyman. Children from around the world are warned with just one message: behave or die.
Nice.
Yeah, I think those were good.
Okay. And you sounded clear to me, so I think...
Oh, if I sounded clear to
good.
you on this internet connection that I have going, then that sounds perfect.
Okay. We are getting to the end of this episode. Do you have anything you want to plug in?
I don't really have any projects that I'm working on. Nothing that I can think of on the top of my head. Just, I really love doing this project. This is fun. Nothing I can think of, no. No, I mean, no, nothing I can think of.
Okay. Well, then, with this podcast, we will see you on Patreon.
Oh, God, I hope Angela edited out a bunch of this stuff because I feel so embarrassed just not having the right answer sometimes.
No, That's the beauty of podcasting.
That's true.
Is that I get to slice this up and arrange it the way I want to.
Wonderful, wonderful editing. Sorry I cut you off. Go back to your other line and continue with that, and you can splice that right out.
No problem. I mean, we definitely got to do game night when you are available.
Yes, absolutely.
Got to do that.
If I get a week's notice, I will definitely be able to do it. I just need to get a week to figure out when I can do it. 100% I'd be down for game night. Mm-hmm. So many different games I'd love to play.
Yeah. And then what else is there? We recorded all the Patreon episodes with you. So that's done with Sam. And then we will see you in one episode of season 2 as a different character.
Yes, I get to play a different character, which seems like it's going to be very fun. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do it, but I will do it eventually.
No problem.
The right way.
It's a mean character, but it'll be fun to act.
Absolutely. I'll have to get my acting chops together and be a different person.
I find that it's more fun to play obnoxious. I don't want to say obnoxious, but kind of obnoxious characters, just because it's like you get to be dramatic for a reason.
Yep, that sounds like the 13-year-old D&D character that I play. Obnoxious for a reason.
That's all 13-year-olds.
The drama is the best.
Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I think that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for season 2. I will have a release date out, I promise. Definitely in October. I pinky swear, pinky promise. And that is it. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, YouTube at Proserpina Park for all your latest updates.
And if you really enjoyed listening to me talk, just let Angela know, and then one day of the week she'll come by, she'll rope me in, and I'll be stuck to a chair recording for an entire day.
I'll send you smoke signals. We need you today.
I'll see the smoke signals and I'll be like, oh no, I gotta find a place to hide, and then she's just gonna find me.
We're coming. Anyways, the airplanes are once again attacking my feed, so I am calling the end of this episode. If you have any questions, you can also reach out to me at GirlMadeAJade on Twitter. And that is it for now. Thank you for listening. Bye!